What's up, guys? Working on the truck again. I think this is probably the first time I actually have the roller on video, or jack stand roller on video. So this is the truck that I'm building. It is a 2003 S10 Extreme single cab step side bed. Today is a pretty major update because I'm pretty much mocking everything up so I can order my back half kit along with my rear end Monday. So right here, as you can see, these are the wheels that will be on the truck. These are a set of wheeled B series double B locks. These wheels in particular are double B locked, 15 by 14 with a 3-inch back spacing on a 315 60 tire. So with the 3-inch back spacing, it has a really deep lip. I want to say it's about 11 inches or so. So just for simplicity, the way I decided to do this is pretty much put the tires exactly where I want them to sit when the truck is a rolling chassis again. So as you can see, I got both of the wheels up here. The first thing I did, which is the most important measurement, is measuring from this mounting point right here, which is where the brake rotor butts up to this mounting point right here. So what that represents by measuring those 2 points is the total axle, the total housing length, in conjunction with the brake rotors and everything installed. So I want to say when I measured that, I got about 39 inches. So in reality, the housing with everything installed should measure 39 inches max. This piece that I'm using right here, I'm actually simulating the 4-link frame rail width, and I'm measuring that from outside each frame rail, so from end to end. Another thing you want to take note too is measuring from the sidewall to sidewall for frame rail clearance. So I measured from this sidewall to here, and it was actually 32 inches. So I have 32 inches of basically space between the tires. So I just took some old bar stock that I had laying around, measured that out, and it's about 24 inches. So this 24-inch bar stock in this place theoretically should have 4 inches of space between the end of this bar and the tire on each side. So seeing as the S10 frame is a lot wider than this 4-link would be, just from a rigidity standpoint, I want to try to keep this as wide as possible while still having a decent amount of space between the frame rails and the sidewall, so we don't run into any rubbing issues. So let's see, the S10 frame I believe is like 40.5 inches measuring from outside to outside. This is a 24-inch piece of bar stock, so I was just pretty much playing around with the spacing between the frame rails. So you can see right here we got that 4 inches that I was talking about. So if I wanted to widen this up to, like, say 28 inches, that'll put me, let's see, so put me about 2 inches for sidewall to frame clearance on each side, because you got to take into account whatever you take up on this side, you're also taking up on this side. So that's why I jumped straight to 28. So 28, 32 minus 28, that's 4 inches, 2 inches of clearance for each side. I don't have them yet, but another thing that that is also important is the brake kit that you run. So I'm actually running Strange Engineering. I'm running their 4-piston billet aluminum black anodized brake kit, and I'm using that with late Vic Ford 3150 OD bearing axle ends. So that particular brake kit actually has a 2.5 inch offset, so you actually have to add that to the total housing width as well, or I'm sorry, subtract that from the housing width. So that's 5 inches in itself right there. So it's just like the little stuff you got to look out for. But haven't decided if I'm going to run this tailgate or if I'm going to get just a piece of basically like a tailgate plate with some Zeus fasteners. But I don't know. I kind of want to keep this tailgate because these are pretty hard to come across, especially you know, with it being in extreme. There's about a week, probably a week to 2 week build time on the 4-link back half. So I should be making an updated video pretty soon. After I get that, I'm actually ordering the 40 spline high tough axles from Strange as well, because I'm running their 40 spline center section and spool setup. So yeah, so after I get that stuff, I want to say within the next 2 weeks, I'll actually be ordering Strange's their coilover strut kit, which is going to be pretty different, because I don't think I've seen anyone make that type of modification on one of these trucks. They usually stay with the stock front end, but I mean, I'm not really too pressed about that. Truck is still going to be street driven a ton. But yeah, this should be pretty nice when I actually get it done. So stay on the lookout. I should have a updated video pretty soon when I get everything in. I'm actually driving out to Indiana to pick everything up to avoid a huge shipping charge. I'm in Michigan, so it's not too far from me. It's probably about a 4-hour drive, so you know, I'd rather make that drive and save 400 bucks and just pay, you know, maybe 75 in gas or so. So yeah, just stay on the lookout. I should have a updated video pretty soon.